Right, so this is Ask God Part 2. Ask God Part 2. You may pray, you may meditate, do whatever it is that you do. You can just talk to God one-on-one. God is available for you to speak to Him all the time, anytime. You don't have to physically go to church. You don't have to physically go to a place that's a building on a Sunday. Literally, God is available for you, to you all the time. The Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ is easily available to you. Even if you don't have the Bible with you right now, or maybe you haven't bought one, eventually I advise you to buy one. But just off the record, from the religious aspects of it, asking God is about you just speaking to God right now. Wherever you may be, just speak to God. The universe is God. The oxygen you breathe is God. The food that you eat is God. Every place, everything, because remember, God is energy, and energy cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. It moves from one place into the next, but everything is energy. God is everywhere, He is everything, and He knows everything. He's created you. He's created your digestive system, your mental system, your biological system, the geographical systems, the different seasons, the sun, the moon, the sand, the water you drink. It is literally all God. But you need to believe this, and you need to reach a point where you understand that everything is energy. And because everything is energy, everything is interconnected. There is no space. Literally, this thin air that you think is thin air, the wind, there's oxygen, there's nitrogen, there's carbon dioxide. But at the fundamental aspect of it, it is all energy. This is just an illusion. Reality, what you are touching, it's just vibrations. It's just energy that has a different format. It has a different form. That is the reason water is the perfect example in terms of indicating to you that everything is just in a different format. Water is in water vapor that you can't see. When it evaporates and becomes clouds, you don't see it evaporating. When the water you drink literally is, coming from the tap, or you see it on the ocean, in the sea, in your swimming pool, the water that you use to shower, it's literally liquid form. But ice is solid form. The ice and the snow and the hail, it is solid form of water. So water is one of the best elements in terms of showing us that everything is just energy. It is transforming from one form into the next. And water is nothing but H2O, which is hydrogen and oxygen. So it's H2O. So it is what? I think that's 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. I stand corrected. I'm not a scientific person, but H2O is water. It is hydrogen and oxygen. There are so many different elements that exist. There's silver, there's all these different chemicals, there's lead, there's copper, there's carbon, there's just so many things. Science students know this. If you've been taught science, you're familiar with what I'm talking about. But here's the point. You need to begin to understand that God is always with you and is always around you. Don't make it complicated. Don't make it about following rules and laws that are so complicated that you don't. No, it begins with you speaking to God, and just asking Him questions. Ask Him questions. He will give you the answers. Don't necessarily listen to me. Don't listen to your parents. Don't listen to your children. Don't listen to the people around you. Don't even listen to your preacher. Listen to God, and then you can consult with the other people. If you don't believe me, and if you don't believe us, simply ask God yourself. Pray, ask for signs, ask for dreams, ask for whatever it is that you want to ask for. But the point is, don't turn around and say that you don't believe in God, or you don't believe in the universe, or you don't believe in life. You're just an atheist and you're just walking around because you just don't want to ask any questions. Ignorance is not your friend. I guarantee you, ignorance is not your friend. Knowledge will set you free, and the truth will set you free. Knowledge is power. It will empower you to make wise decisions. So, the law of attraction is energy. When you ask God for something, you are asking the universe for something. However, there are terms and conditions. In other words, if you are seeking favor from God, but a human being, let's say your neighbor or someone like a friend or someone like a family member or some colleague comes to you and asks you for something, as a favor something that you can possibly do. Let's say something like, please borrow me, some money that's not going to, I don't know, any kind of favor that you can possibly do. And remember, you've asked God for something, and then your colleague comes and asks you for something, but you say no to your colleague, or you say no to a family member. Remember, God is always watching you. He's always judging you and paying attention to what you're doing. I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but it is wise that you always pay attention to these things, because you are always being tested in relation to the things that you are asking for. So when you're asking God for something, He will test you. He'll test you to see if you are ready, if you are wise enough, and if you can handle whatever it is that you are asking for. So if you've said no to someone else that asked for a favor from you, God will also delay whatever it is that you're asking for. That is pretty much how it works. So if you are rude to your security guard, let's say you go to work or you're traveling somewhere and there's a security guard somewhere, and they're just doing their job, but you are rude to that person, or some servants, maybe the cashier at the till in the shopping center, or the cleaner, or your teacher, or your parents. I don't know who it may be. If you are rude to other people, God will literally cause someone else to be rude to you. So maybe your boss or your manager or someone of authority, maybe some traffic officer, maybe some police officer, maybe your mother, your father, or your spouse will be rude to you in such a way that you feel unjustified. You feel that you're being the victim. But usually people don't connect the dots of you were rude to someone else. Therefore, God causes this other person to be rude to you. I'm not trying to condemn or criticize or judge you. I'm trying to get you to see the truth. Whatever you do comes back. That is the rule of energy, action and reaction. That is the rule of cause and effect. Whatever you put out there comes back. Whatever you do in the universe comes back to you. So when you're thinking negative thoughts about someone, other people will think negative thoughts about you. It may not be the same person, but it may be people that you don't even think about. So if, for instance, you've got haters or you've got people that don't like you, take a breather and think about the people that you don't like. I'm not trying to say that you're a bad person. I'm trying to say that take responsibility for your life. When you're asking God for something, always pay attention to the fact that you will be tested. Life is a test. And if you want to achieve something, and if you want to receive blessings and favor, and if you want the universe to bless you with amazing things, you will be tested, because you're not an island. You're not a human being that was born by self. You didn't give birth to yourself. You've always needed people. You've always had teachers. You've got a family that's given birth to you and raised you. You may have had absent parents, but the government came in place. Maybe you were taken care by the welfare system, or by adoptive parents, or by an orphanage, or by your neighbors, or by your siblings, or someone. I don't know who. But there's always been someone and a group of people that have tried to take care of you. In other words, you need to be a part of the society. You need to connect with other people. Remember, one of the greatest commands is to love your neighbor as you would love yourself. So whatever you do towards other people, it comes back to you. When you complain about other people will complain about you. When you do good, other people will do good for you. It may not be the same people that you're doing it to and for, so don't expect them to do it for you and to you. It will always come in the form of other people, because God works in mysterious ways. So when you, for instance, let's say you're always nice to John. John may not necessarily be nice back to you, but Peter will be nice to you. The responsibility that you have is to pay attention to what's going on around you. Maybe you just need to just be more attentive and observe and be more appreciative and give more thanks and give more of yourself to the people around you, because the average person spends too much time wanting, taking. asking, and wishing. We never spend enough time thanking God, appreciating people, giving more glory, giving praise, complimenting other people, supporting other people. You need to find a way to be more thankful for the people around you. Be more thankful for your family. Be more thankful for your colleagues, your teammates, whether you're playing in a sports team or you're playing by yourself as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you need clients, you need customers, you need the government, you need funding, you need people. So if you love people, you love God. So when you asking God for something, you need to start understanding that everything around you is energy, and whatever you put out there comes back. So the next time you ask God for something, first and foremost, thank Him in advance. Thank Him in advance. Just keep saying thank you, and begin to be a nice person. Be the solution that you want to experience around you. Don't care what other people are doing. God judges them accordingly, and He gives them and rewards them everything accordingly. So you will receive whatever it is that you put out there. If you're a nice person, trust me, your goodness and your rewards are going to be attracted to you, because like energy attracts like energy. Positive energy goes to positive energy. Just don't do it reluctantly. If you do nice things, don't do it out of, because you're irritated, you're frustrated, because you want something back. Do it from the generosity and sincerity and genuine spirit of being the nice person that you want to be. Ask God for wisdom, ask God for strength, and ask God for understanding. And may God continue to bless you. The law of attraction is amazing, because the law of attraction is the universe, and the universe belongs to God. So may God bless you.